Hello everyone, welcome to The Short Answer. I'm Dr. Sue Morter from Morter Institute, where we are bridging science, spirit, and human possibility for many years. And we've been so blessed to be here now in a location that I have spent much time in my history, in my past. And it is Kashi Ashram, and who you can see here beside me is a teacher who had an instrumental influence on my life, and therefore in the teachings that we teach in the energy codes. Not directly, but very comprehensively. She was constantly bringing true ideas about unconditionality and what matters most, and accessing the soulful self, the true essential self, and not buying into the outer world and the things that we get distracted and dispersed into. She was very interested in everyone being equal, and that there were no throwaway people, that the shy or the intimidated or the differently abled or the homeless, for instance, that they all carried a bandwidth of the human consciousness ray of what matters, and that we all had to have equal input and equal influence in the world. So she honored those that had less of a voice in a great way, in a great and powerful way. She was as big as a mountain, and I absolutely loved being in her presence. She's no longer on the planet in the physical, but we are here at an ashram that she established many years ago, decades ago, and we've just returned from a fire puja, which is a fire ceremony where you're kind of throwing your concerns, your worries, your protective personality into the fire, and swaha, just allowing it to burn up to ash, and the smoke that rises depicts the rising of what is left, what is true, what is the true essential self. So we're sitting here with an amazing group of people. Let them know that you're here. Yay! I'm not alone, just talking to myself. So it's just been a lovely day beginning our Kashi Ashram experience. It's a yoga and meditation retreat where we're learning deep and wonderful things about the Eastern culture and the deities, the gods and goddesses, and how that relates to the physiology. We're starting and digging into that tomorrow, and we may tap in a variety of ways that perhaps you have seen on social media by the time that you see this. So welcome to The Short Answer. In The Short Answer, I want to deliver something that you can remember that will stick with you so that you can make a difference in your life in a short and simple way. What I'd love to discover or discuss this evening is the short answer, what to do when you're wanting to be the absolute unwavering presence in your life, when life doesn't seem to be encouraging that or supporting that or providing that for you from the outside in. That basically when you start to feel something rising up inside of you, that there are a few things that you can do in that moment to stop from getting caught up in the worry, caught up in the drama, or the reaction to what's happening in your outer world. So how to be the absolute unwavering presence in the face of the relative world begins by recognizing what I just said. To be the absolute unwavering presence in the relative world means you've already got a hand up on what's happening. Because the world, the outer world, is all based in duality. It's based in relativity. And so we assign a meaning to it that will either allow us to feel pressure and stress, or we assign a different meaning to it that has zero effect on us whatsoever, no matter what is going on. You know, the play of Maya in the world is the play of us beginning to recognize that the things that I get worried about or get caught up in are here to show me that I have a tendency to get caught up in something. And if I'm caught up in something, I'm no longer the unwavering absolute presence. So the whole of your life is really about recognizing those moments. Oh, this is one of those moments where I could get all caught up in that, or I could not. And I want to offer you some ideas that could be helpful for you in those moments to begin to shape-shift it, to shift this so that you're no longer being controlled by this mind that worries, that is based in relativity, that is based in duality, and basically is based in fear. So the stories that we write and the projections that we throw onto things are based in fear, and they have to do with a lack of circuitry in our own system to be remaining aware that I am the absolute presence. You see, we're made of pure awareness. We are presence itself. And when we get caught up in thinking, if I don't do this, then this is going to happen. And I'm afraid if I don't do this, then this might happen. And I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I'm afraid to speak into this. I'm afraid to say what I feel or to do or to speak authentically into any situation because I don't want to ruin my chances for something. Or I don't want to upset someone that will just create a whole additional level of things that I have to deal with when I'm already stressed. Or who am I to speak into something when it seems so strong or right or has been happening this way forever? Who am I to challenge that scenario? And under those circumstances, under every one of those circumstances, we start to feel compressed. We start to feel tightness in our chest or a lump in our throat or a knot in our stomach. These are the things that are cues to us to recognize, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it right now. It's happening. How do I know? Because I think that I'm not going to make it through the day or the week or the month, or I'm afraid that of anything. It doesn't matter what you assign after that. It's a sure sign that you're attached to the mind and that you're not allowing yourself to be the unwavering presence of the absolute that is the truth of who you are. So I'm going to invite you to stop the moment that you feel pressure and exhale. Just exhale. Even if you think there's no breath in there, I'm going to ask you to exhale anyway. We always say stop and breathe, and then we take a deep breath. But right then, you happen to be already in emergency fight or flight mode. Your inhale is likely to be into the upper lobes of your lungs. You follow? Because we're already uptight in here, we're breathing up in here under the duress that we've actually created for ourselves. So the first thing you want to do, the moment that you realize that I'm doing it again, I'm thinking that there's pressure here. I'm thinking that if I don't do this, this is going to happen. Or if I say this, something's probably going to be horrible. Exhale. Just exhale through your body into the earth. Just drop. So stop and drop the energy into the earth. Stop and drop and exhale. Even if it's only a smidgen. If you exhale, pull your navel back to your spine right then. Pull your navel back to your spine. Squeeze out every bit of breath that you got in there. Then when you take an inhale, your belly's going to move first. If your belly moves first on your inhale, you're activating wisdom, and then personal power, and then love, and then action. And that's the order that we need to move in life. We want to activate wisdom, and then personal power, and then love, and then action in that. What I mean by personal power is I'm okay. That what I feel, what I want, what I choose is enough. It's good enough. It's going to fly. It's good enough to carve out my path that is ultimately why I'm here. So if we stop and drop the breath into the earth, stop and drop, and exhale, and then inhale, belly, solar plexus, heart, and then up into this throat, upper apex of the lungs level, then we start to move in a way that we are really honoring and cultivating the truth of who we are, this deep wisdom being. So the moment that you feel stressed, you're going to stop. You're going to drop your energy into the earth with an exhale. You can even, if you need to do that. If you're in an environment where isn't going to really work too well for you, I suggest you just do this. And then when you inhale, the belly is going to inhale first, the solar plexus, the heart, and then into the upper apex of the lobes of the lungs in the upper region. When that is happening, we're cultivating exactly what is needed for us to be masterful in this world. The truth is, everything that is in the outer world is practice ground for you. There are no exceptions to that. That if you sometimes get steered off of this kind of knowing, it is so important for you to just offer up permission to rekindle, to realign, to quicken, to come on to subject, and remember in moments like this that there is nothing bigger than you. You are made of all that is. There is nothing that you are not. And if you're forgetting that in any given moment, you think something out there is bigger than you. You're creating your life experience. The invitation is for you to create it in a manner that serves you, that works for you, that is supportive of the great adventure that you're in. So we hope that this is helpful for you, and we're about to plug into the masterclass and dig into all kinds of questions and answers that we've decided to make it be about our experience here in studying the concepts of meditation and life mastery in light of the fact that we're here at Kashi Ashram. So if you're not already a gold member, you can pluck on that button below you. Click on that button below you, and you can get connected in right away and participate in the master class, where we have an amazing time, and I look forward to seeing you there. So blessings to you all, and namaste.